too long to be wasting people's time. So welcome. This is 180. Look how far we've come. Well into our third year. Facebook Live, making history, always out in search of awesome. A few months ago, I introduced this gentleman to you, the world. I think it was July. I'll ask him when I bring him out. Jason Henry. He's back for an encore. Right after I interviewed him, I went to do an in salon in his salon, and he gave me a tour. And it is a Summit Salon on steroids. I think it's a poster child for what's possible. I have him on tonight. I'm not going to interview him much. I want him to give us a tour. So if you missed that interview, you're going to want to do it. He is the co-owner of House of J. Henry, Portland, Maine. Salon owner, his partner, and she's just a beautiful soul. She's out of my genre, Miss Cynthia Brainerd. I don't think that she's there tonight. And his coach is Heather Bagby, who was always making, big boom boom in the house. When I had him on in July, this is his trend. He went from 4.32 in 16 to 5.69 in 17 to 7.38 in 18, and he's online to do $1 million. How come you're not going to give it up for him, you guys? I mean, I think that's well worth some acknowledgement. His RTS, and you're going to see why here in just a little bit, runs at a solid 26-27%. When you see how he's doing it on retail, it's going to blow your mind. And he's got a couple of I think he said he had 18 service providers. He has specialization going on in the salon, 22 in the total staff. Half of them are from 20 to 25. The other half is like from 25 to 30. He's the most senior member of his staff, and he's only 36. So, I mean, this is really, millennial, zennial. It's got all the right stuff. He and what's amazing is his average salon ticket is 77, haircuts 45. Salon new, look at this, 23% of what he's got coming in is new, and it's from what he's doing online in his digital marketing and branding. Salon referrals are running at 25%, and that's all online. His total new and referral, when you add up the numbers, 48%. You guys, I mean, when we're done with the interview tonight, I'm calling Guinness Book of World Records because I haven't seen a metric like that. And he's been open, what did I just show you, like a 4-year track record. So it's amazing. 32% of the appointments that are booked in House of J. Henry is online. And no wait, there's more. He's running at 83% rebook, but a third of the guests that rebook are you ready for this? They rebook on their mobiles as they're being serviced, so that he's training his guests to rebook themselves. So again, well into online booking. You're going to want to be following him at House of J. Henry. I may take you to his page live. I've got it hooked up on my mobile, my iPhone 11, by the way. So you're going to want to get to his page, which is House of J. Henry. He's just got a beautiful Instagram page. He's got the 10 max. I wonder if he got the 11 yet. I'll ask him. And he does a lot of his photography with a Canon T6i. 44, 45 followers on Instagram. 60% of his referrals are coming from social, as well as some other things as well. So that's all I want to say about him right now. I want to go in the back because he's all set to take us on our first digital field trip, online field trip, and in the salon. Let me bring you back there. Cross your fingers that the Wi-Fi gods are going to be good to us tonight. I'm going to go get him right now. Here I go. I think he's going to be there. There he is. Give it up for Jason, will you guys?
Hi, everyone.
Did you hear me talking about you?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, man. It's wonderful to have you on tonight. I can't tell you how much I've been looking forward to this night. And you heard me tell the story to give some context that when I came, I interviewed you, came and spent a day with you and your people, and it was historical. So here we are tonight, and I asked you to take the world on the same field trip that you took me.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that and talk about something that's got a lot of emails and DMs about it, so I can't wait to dive in.
Well, let's dive right in. Anything you want to tell us before taking us on the ride?
No, let's just start, I guess. So I decided that my team is much younger and that I needed to create a salon that was for them first, and then after that, it would be for the client. So I wanted to make as much digital as possible because that's how they were operating. They have had a mobile device in their hand since they can remember. So everything that I can put on mobile is on mobile. Everything that I can put on a TV screen is on a TV screen. And that's just how we roll. So let me just turn this around. All right. So this is our retail area, and you'll see there's TV screens above each of the brands.
I love it.
Talking about the brands. So this is just content that I pulled from the different brands' YouTube channels. And using iMovie, I clipped it all together and I put their logos and our logos on it. So it's really branded. So like you have LP on one side, then Pulp Riot, and then Baxter.
I'm actually pointing out on the flat screen as you're taking us on the tour. So what I really want to make sure that the viewers can see that these are all L'Oreal PPD brands. So you are really truly partnered with L'Oreal. You've got all of their main brands. You got Pulp Riot there, L'Oreal Professional, Kerastase, Shoe, and you have. What's interesting is you're above each kiosk. You've got flat screen tutorials showing your guest basically how to use the product. But you made that. That collateral came from the brands, but you got on iMovie and Jasonized it, right, Jace?
Right. Yeah. Kerastase gave me theirs, but the other brands I did myself. So all of these videos over here I did. Just to kind of start the conversation and get people interested, and maybe answer some questions that we wouldn't know people had.
So what you're saying is that because Kerastase had a video that was really tied to a tutorial, you used that as is, but you had to take a video collateral from the brands and actually put something that really was more of a tutorial that supported the product.
Right. Yeah. The Kerastase videos were a jumping off point, and the rest of it I did on my own.
So you're an iMovie Jedi.
I don't know about the Jedi, but I'm pretty close.
And this is one of the reasons why you're running at 27% RTS.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it just looks young. It looks fresh. It doesn't look like your mom's salon.
No, like when I think the first thing I said to you, my first impression, Jason, when I came in, I just saw this. This was the first thing I said. I said, if I didn't know any better, I think I was in an Apple iStore, looking for an iPad. But you just have salonized it. This is a Summit iSalon.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've tried to be digital everywhere. Even this is new. You haven't seen this. Let me go outside for a second. So in our windows, we have TV screens that show our hours of operation.
Oh, wow.
And in a second, it will change to our different menus. And our logo changes in between too. So they're getting all of our social media, how to follow us, that kind of thing.
So when people walk by, they get a sense as to who you are just by watching what we're watching right now.
Exactly.
I love it.
So
yeah, I didn't.
Digital from the street.
You didn't have that when I came to see you.
No, that was just video at the time, and now it's screen.
All right, show us this thing you were telling me about. Like, I want people to see your front desk cash register.
Okay, so this is our front desk.
Right there, guys. Look at it.
There really isn't one.
Yeah, no, it isn't. It's it's basically people stand up and show us that little thing that I'm pointing at. It looked like a swipe that you're. What is that?
Yes. So it's charging right now, but I can unplug it. So this is our credit card machine. So we can check out at the chair if we want to.
So you can actually bring that to the chair.
It goes anywhere I want
check
to.
The guest, and it's almost like when I'm in an Apple store, an iStore, people walk around with those things and check out. I don't have to wait in line.
Right. Yeah. Again, it was just trying to be more modern. Like, what are the big companies doing, and how can we replicate that? And this didn't cost me anything. It was from my credit card processor. I'm already renting a machine from them. So I asked to upgrade it, and they did.
So while we're at your desk, at your computer, your software program and your online booking is you kind of partnered with a company to help create all of that, I believe.
Yeah, so we use Mind Body, and then credit card processing, we use a local company.
Got it. Got it. So, and you basically, this was your brainchild, so you kind of put together something that worked for you.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want a front desk. I know when I go places and I see this big formal front desk, I either feel like I'm at the doctor's office or it just wasn't very welcoming. So I wanted to create a more personal environment. So I wanted our guest service people to be checking people out, and not have anything in between them.
Right, right. So, good. So, continue. Bring us now. I think the next thing I saw after that was your station area, I believe. Unless you got. Oh yeah, you show us this because I didn't. You didn't have that cooking when I came in. What is that?
So we have some iPads. L'Oreal, all of the L'Oreal brands have these really great apps that you can use for the consumer. So L'Oreal Pro has the Style My Hair app where you can go on and you can try a look on. So it uses artificial intelligence and they can change their hair color. So we put that on a kiosk and just locked it into an iPad, and I bought this iPad stand. And they can also look up trends on it. So when someone wants to try a color, they can do that right on this kiosk.
Now, did you build? Did you build this? It almost looks like a digital point of purchase material thing. Is that your concept?
Yeah, I just got that at Displays to Go, and I had an iPad Pro that I put in there, and we were ready to rock.
But the content that we're seeing is L'Oreal's content.
Right, it's their Style Me Pro.
Right.
Style My Hair Pro app.
And you didn't have to Jasonize any of that particular piece on your iMovie.
Nope, that was all there. I just created the little explanation poster underneath that.
I love it. Now,
and then over here, we did the same with Kerastase. So Kerastase has a diagnostic microscope.
Ah, that's right. You were showing me that. So talk about that when because when I brought you on, you actually had one of your service providers, I believe, was with a guest, and really working that, and she had that in her hand. What is that thing that I'm looking at? I'm actually pointing at it now on my screen, and they were using that tool.
Yeah, so that's from Kerastase. It's their diagnostic tool, and it is a microscope for the hair. So you can go on and take a really up-close look at the hair on a microscopic level, and then it links with this app here, and you can decide what hair range they should be in or what treatment they need.
So you've digitalized hair analysis.
Exactly. Yep,
Right.
And we have this out front so that guest service people can do it. Anybody can do it for a guest.
I love it.
The service providers really don't have time to do that much in depth, so guest services can do that if they want.
Beautiful. What's next?
Let's see. So if we go to our stations, I've got a lot of questions about this, which is our iPhone holder.
Yes.
And then we have a little thing here with a QR code. The QR code, if they scan that with their phone camera, signs them online, so that they have internet access, and then they can put their phone there and they can do record their visit so they have a tutorial. But the stylists use these a lot to do content for their Instagram stories if they're doing a styling story.
Yes, yeah, and when I saw this was one of the, well, I was freaked out by everything you showed me, but you and I started chatting about it, and I was inquiring about what your inspiration was, and you said that you had heard me talking about recording the workshop, and when you're teaching the guests to recreate the look, and I of course remember that, but I said, Jason, you took it up quite a few levels. You now have phone docks that are strategically placed at the mirror so that the guests' mobile is what you're recording that in, or in this case, you said sometimes your service providers will use their mobile and actually capture content that they'll flip into their story feature in Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've had an original idea in my life, so I use other people's ideas and just kind of take them the next step further, I'd say, is what I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's innovation. You discover new ways, and then you innovate ways on top of that innovation, which is extraordinary. All right, so that's really, really cool. Now what?
So that's on every station. Then we have this big screen in our cutting department. This is hooked up to a Mac Mini, so when I do team meeting, I can pull it up right here, and there's actually a video camera there, so we can zoom in the meeting, zoom in people to the meeting. We've actually had a class with Luke, and we had it completely with Zoom. He's in the other Portland, so we pulled him up on this TV, and it was an interactive class like he was here, but he was just on that TV.
So you Zoom.com Luke in, and you were really using Zoom.com to do real-time training, and your people were sitting around that flat screen.
Correct. Yep. And then I also use it for team meeting. I can pull up my PowerPoints on there, but it's hooked up to a Mac Mini, so I can pull up whatever I need to there.
And when I did the day with your people, that's really where I work. So we set up something there. I airplayed my mobile to an Apple TV, and and not only did I use that as my smart board, but then we went Facebook Live, I think twice, with your people here. But it's just an extraordinary feature. And what are we looking at now, by the way? What is that? Is that your stuff?
Yeah, so these are videos that I put together from all of the different brands. And again, I just stitched them together the same way as I did the other ones. And this one's a screensaver because this is a computer, not a TV.
I love it. I love it. I mean, you're blowing up my page now. People are saying that this is amazing. They've not, a lot of what we're looking at, they've not seen before. It's unprecedented. So we're making history as we speak. All right,
and this is really great for education too, because whenever we have an educator come in, they don't need to bring a projector and everything. They can just airplay off of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was in educator heaven on that day. It took me all of about 20 seconds to set up my stuff. It was extraordinary.
Yeah, and then just little things too, like we have down here, we have phone chargers for everybody. With different devices.
I love it.
The whole salon's on Siri too, so there's a home pod back there. So,
oh,
hey, Siri,
I remember
turn off the music.
There were several. Yeah, there were several times you were calling on Siri to do things for us.
Yeah, she does. She runs the salon, so she can change the temperature, do the lights, whatever she needs to do.
I love it. Unbelievable.
Because everything is a smart device in the building. It's just the route that we went. We also have a TV above the shampoo bowls, which I think a lot of people have this now, but it advertises different treatments. But the cool thing about this is this video, I did it, so I made it exactly 5 minutes. So when we're training associates to shampoo, they know that they should only see this video once. If they're seeing it longer, they're shampooing too long.
Oh, wow. Now,
and if they're not seeing the whole thing, they're shampooing, there's too short.
How long have you had this? Because I'm trying to remember. I saw so much that day, but this is the first time I'm noticing this.
Yeah, this is one of the first TVs that I installed.
Okay. Yeah.
So this has been here a while.
Yep. So must have been, when you showed me that, I missed that, and I'm looking at it now, and that's a big wow, because your guests, when they're having their hair shampooed, they're seeing that, and it's a timing so that if you're watching it more than twice, the associates know they're not on time with regard to washing and treating the hair. Exactly.
I mean, exactly 5 minutes. So there's that.
I love it.
Then over here, we have our diagnostic stations. So we are specialized. So the colorist and the cutting specialist need to consult together. So this is an area for them to do that. And then each station has an iPad, so they can get any content that they need.
So in a typical, that you're saying that's part of the digitalizing the consultation experience, and when people are using that, where would they be, like pulling out their own Instagram pages as a digital lookbook, or are they on other platforms?
A couple of things. I'd show you, but they're all off because it's the end of the day. But they have we have Instagram on there, we have Pinterest, we have the Style My Hair app on there, we have the Kerastase app on there. But they can pull up any content that they need to on that.
And you're saying that when you say any content, that content would be either the salon's content or their content on their respective social media platforms, like their Instagram page, a Pinterest, etc.
Exactly. And then we also have Mind Body on them all, so they can rebook if they need to from here.
So you can actually use that that same place to rebook the client, be the guest before they're done. You also mentioned as we're going to rebook, you said that it's about a third of your all of your appointments now are online, and that there are times when your guests are using their mobiles and rebooking themselves in real time.
Yeah, so they are, using their app, and they're pulling out their app and booking appointments or seeing their availability. And actually, our J. Henry app went down, and it's been a kind of a little bit of a nightmare because it's not going to be back until January. So we're trying to get all of our guests to use our web app. So that's been a little bit of a challenge, but everybody really loves our app. So
I love it. Now, and who did your guest app? Who created that?
our app was done by MindBody, but we're switching companies. So
Okay, so you it sounds like you outgrow them, and you're looking at a different technology.
yeah, we were using the app for too much, and MindBody wasn't able to handle it.
Got it. So can you tell? Are you free to tell us who you outsourced the recreation of your next app to?
So I'm down to 2 different people, so I'm not quite sure which one we're going to use. But
Okay, all right. I won't push you on it, but once you make the decision, let me know so I can post it. Will you?
yeah, we're trying to get it hooked up with our website and everything and make it all one. So that's
Got it. What are we looking at now? Because you showed me this, and this was a real interesting environment.
Yeah, so this is our color department where our color specialists work. So it's an open table where they can use their laptops or phones or whatever. There's another TV hooked up to a computer here. So same as in the cutting department. If we're having 2 classes, we can do the same thing back here that we can up front.
And you were saying that now this is a place, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that some of your people can actually watch video tutorials that really apply to them. This kind of transcends your guest.
Right. Yeah, so we put tutorials on here. We actually had all the stylists doing tutorials on this video that was playing, so their favorite product and that kind of thing.
And they also use their own mobile when they're watching a particular tutorial for them. So it really doesn't matter where they're at in the salon. They can access that content, and we'll get you talking about that in a little bit.
Yeah. So and then I think this is what you're talking about.
Yes.
So this is our website for our team. So this isn't a website that is for the public. It's a passworded website. We call it House on Demand. And this is where all of our stylists can log on and get different things. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but up top here, we have different team guides. So like the associate program is on here. If I click on that, it takes them to the associate orientation. So that PowerPoint's on here. Their homework is on here. Script training, which are videos that we created, are on here. So I can click on here. I can go to associate greeting, and it's written out, but then there's also a video that we made in-house.
And this is all, I mean, this is what freaked me out, is that this is all created. There she is.
Sorry.
No, I want to watch this. Because this is all organic, and this was produced by you. So you in essence have taken all of Summit Salon Business Center's content, like the associate program, and Jasonized it and then put it on a digital platform so that your people can watch it, whether it's in front of this computer, their own mobile device, their own iPads. They can watch it during downtime. They can watch it at home. They can use it as tutorial they can use it as an iPod experience. But all of you were telling me that your number one goal was you wouldn't have a training module that's not on House on Demand.
Right. Yeah, we've almost got it all on there so that they can look up, like, this is our script page. So these are all the scripts that we use. But we're starting to do service standards. So everything from how do you do a consultation? How do we do a shampoo at J. Henry? How do we do a physio dose? Those are all on videos now, too.
Yeah, there's somebody on that saying, where is this place? This is House of J. Henry in Portland, Maine. I was there in August. And he was showing me when I was there in real time, and I brought him on tonight to give us a field trip.
Yeah, and then there's more on here too. So there's a time off request. So if they want time off, They go on here and they fill this out, and it goes in my email, and I can email them back. If they need extensions for a guest, they order those on here. We have our learning library, so I have everything that I've bought with Summit. All of the CDs or discs are on here.
Look at that.
So they
Over
can
the
listen
top.
to those.
You got over the, you've even digitalized over the top. There's Heather Bagby and Dave Kirby's intelligent verbiage is on what it, that basically is a digital digital audio that they can actually listen to on their mobile devices. Do they,
Yeah.
Jason, do they just get on your website, or they don't download any of this? It's just streamed to their mobile when they get on your website.
Correct. Yep. So it's all on our website. They can just log in under them and they can look at it. They were all borrowing the CDs anyway, so I put them on here because they were getting lost. So
yeah, and so like 24/7, 365. This is what they and basically you've got a 365 that's amazing.
yeah, and then any videos, like this is Sassoon, but we put all of our videos on here. Miscellaneous education. I do a lot of books on tape in the car, so I've uploaded all of those on here.
And is this primarily video content or audio content?
This is audio, but all the stuff that we've done is video.
Got it. So
these
this serves as both a platform for video education as well as well, I would call it a webcast education, or boy, my mind is blown right now. So there's a gap in what I'm saying, but you know, a podcast, so somebody can listen to this audio as well.
Yeah, anything that I've bought over the years that has helped me, I try to put on here.
And you basically have taken training products like Summit has DVDs or CDs or flash drives, and you take that content and put it inside of your web so that you don't need that. Everything, it's a one-stop shop. People go to your people go to your web, and it's just for them. Your guests never see this. This is your in-house training, digital training center.
Yeah, most people don't even know this exists that aren't employed by us. So
yeah.
And then it started out as I wanted a place to put the handbook that I didn't have to print it out all the time. So, I mean, the handbook is on here. All of the forms that I need when we hire somebody are on here.
Oh, my Lord. I mean, this is, now, you didn't give me, when I was in your salon, of course, we had so much to do. You didn't take me as deep as you're taking us tonight. So this is absolutely unbelievable. You know, what's going on. People are saying, genius, I need to meet him. You're going to meet him. He's part of our Summit iSalon faculty. And he's right now, he's just really focused on growing the salon. I'm trying to get him to come and do some work for us, but he won't until he gets his salon. He's just amazing. So you want to talk about that?
About what?
Just about you know, that people are on you. They want you to teach them, and you're saying, you know, not yet. I'm getting this.
Yeah, you know, I think right now is that I have a bunch of stuff that I want to do this year into next that I need to get done, and after that we'll see what happens. But I have a list of stuff because this is just the start for us.
Yeah, and you promised me that I'd be the first guy you talk to.
Absolutely.
This is amazing. Amazing.
Our prosperity assessment is on here. So every quarter we have them fill this out to let us know how we're doing as a company, and it sends it to me anonymously.
And this is Summit's intellectual property, but it's passion, purpose, passion, purpose. I believe it's passion, purpose, prosperity, and so you used the Peter Mahoney assessment and you built it into your employee website.
Because we were having them fill it out on paper. So anything that I don't do paper very well.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, when I was in your salon, I was in digital heaven because there is no paper. Everybody had their mobiles out, and you know, we're either recording or texting, or so. This is really this is not a vision of the future that you're already realizing. You're predicting the future by creating it. I mean, this is basically your creation.
Yeah, and then we also have a cloud here so the associates can upload any videos that they have. We don't do paper paychecks. They all get them direct deposited. So they have a payroll portal so they can get their pay stubs here. And then there's a link to our booking software. And each of these tabs goes even deeper, but that's a whole nother podcast.
You didn't. Well, I'm going to have you back for an encore. I mean, I want you to, where you can take us maybe to, 2.0, 3.0, because you didn't take me this deep when I was in your salon on this ride we're on now, and you're going, Michael, there's probably another 100 feet I could take you deep into our website.
Yeah, this is it just keeps growing. It's taken about, the past 5 years to get it this big, and it's constantly being added to it. I was adding stuff to it this week, and we have even more videos that we're creating next week for it. It's just an ever-going project.
And you are the web crafter. I don't believe you're outsourcing this to anyone, are you?
No, I just do this on Wix, so.
All right, so which is basically a website creator like WordPress, but it's Wix.
Yep. It's really easy. It's drag and drop, and it's pretty simple.
Right. Anything else you want to show? Anything else you want to show us? Because what I saw now, the world has seen, and actually I'm seeing things that I haven't seen. So you took us to places that no man has gone before.
Yeah, and then the last thing that I was talking to you about before was our one of the Summit coaches, Kim, was telling me about this app that she was looking into, and they were using called Jolt. So we started using that as well. So let me show you that, because this is every salon owner's nightmare, is cleaning at the end of the day.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it, but
yes.
It has all of the cleaning list on here, and they can check it. And they have to check it off, and it tells me who did what, and some things they have to take a picture of.
Oh my God. You didn't have that when I was there.
So this is the closing. I'm the last one here, so I have to do this closing list. But I know exactly who did what. They have to scan QR codes when they go out to the dumpster, so I know the trash was taken out. But they also can clock in and out using this. So it takes a picture of them and tells me where they were when they clocked out, but they clock in from this app on their phone.
So now you can run, but you can't hide.
Exactly, and it's made cleaning a breeze. Nobody argues about cleaning because they know that I'm tracking in real time who's doing what.
Right. Yeah. So there's no such thing as you've obliterated amnesia.
Exactly.
The I forgot syndrome does not exist in your culture.
Exactly, and I get a text message at the end of the day. It tells me what was done and what wasn't done.
Well, this has truly been remarkable tonight. This is our 180th episode, and this is by far the best episode / tutorial / social digital field trip that we've ever taken. So I can't express my gratitude enough, my friend. This has been truly a treat.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I enjoy what I do, and I'm glad that I get to share it with other people.
Well, promise me that you'll be a regular Encore because you're already 2 years ahead of where you were when I saw you in August, and this is November. So you just continue to evolve, and you're one of I can count on probably 3 or 4 fingers the people that I stay close to that I really believe are the innovating the future for us, and you're one of them. So kudos.
Well, thank you. I'm honored.
All right. Well, listen, I'll follow up on you once we'll have the webinar after the webinar, you and I, and I'm gonna really keep download this recording, and if you want a copy of it, I'll give it to you. But I'm gonna stream it a couple of different ways. And so listen, I know it's late out there. It's about 9:30, 8:30 our time, so it's 9:30 your time. I'll let you get home to the fam. Thank you very much, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael.
Give it up for Jason Henry one more time, you guys. Way out. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll talk soon. One more time, you guys. I don't know. I think as soon as I'm done with this show, I'm going to call Guinness Book of World Records and tell them that we just made history because he's making history. Did you guys see that? I mean, that was nothing short of unprecedented, remarkable, over the top. We blew the sides off of your brain box tonight. This will truly be, a memorable episode. So I would, and what I'm going to do, and Randy Kunkel says it's a wonderful example of what we need to be becoming, and that's true. So and now I've got video content that I can show my partners at Summit Salon Business Center and the social digital team leader Luke Hufstetter, because I think this is where we're going as a company, and he's destined to be on our faculty. So I want to give it up for him just one more time. Well, if you're new to us, I want to basically tell you who you're watching and how all of this works. I can hardly talk. I'm so blown away. Michael Koch Summit Facebook. This is the channel that you're watching. This, as you can see, this is becoming the learning channel for the Summit Salon and Summit Salon Spa, and now Summit iSalon, iSpa, and interviews like this, conversations like this. We just catapulted probably another 5 years tonight. I still have goosebumps. I'm hyperventilating, drinking my own adrenaline over tonight's show still. So hang out with us here, save this page, and then Michael Cole Summit on Instagram as well. Those are the two platforms, and then Michael Cole Summit on YouTube, because this interview is going to be edited and uploaded on the YouTube page. And then what will happen is we'll do probably 3 or 4 micro learnings of this. It was probably a half an hour interview, and post those on the Michael Cole Summit IGTV page. So, and this is all at no charge. This is free because of L'Oreal sponsorship of Summit Salon Business Center. We're able to bring you this like a public TV. But it's for you, primarily the Summit Salon community. If you're in the Summit, you've got a home court advantage because you've got our strategy, structures, and system to support this, and coaches to help you to implement the content that you've seen tonight. So hang out with us there. Hang out with us on our website. Hang out with us on our 365 website as well. You should be now, if you haven't called our 800 number to schedule a 1-hour complimentary social digital consultation so that we can start training you online, you want to do that, because we are moving at Mach 5 into online training. Our newest, latest, greatest key pieces of collateral that support the conversations we're having tonight is, of course, the Social Digital Script Guide, the Social Digital Planner, and now Over the Top has really become a script guide for the traditional ways that we build clientele, upselling, retail, rebooking, referral. So it's all important content to have. You should be hanging out with our mobile calculators that are complimentary, that you can access on summitsalon.com, as well as our mobile tracker. These are all coaching tools that our coaches use as they coach your people. So great show tonight. We ran over because we made history. I always thank L'Oreal Professional Products, because the support they gave us allow us to do the things that we did tonight, which is basically make history. And these are the brands. We got Baxter, Matrix, Mazzani, Biolage, Essie, Pulprite. You saw these brands in House of J. Henry, Kerastase, Pureology, L'Oreal Professional, Redken Shoe. And these are, to the degree that you support these brands, you can see how these brands support you. I mean, Jason is truly a L'Oreal PPD partner, as well as the Salon of the Future. So great show tonight. I'm going to say goodnight just because it's been a long show and I'm hyperventilating, and I'll see you next week.